Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to NHL Trade Talk. My name is Jim Parsons. You can catch me at Big Bang Jim on Twitter, NHL Trade Talk on Facebook, NHLTradeTalk.com, and of course YouTube at NHL Trade Talk. We're going to introduce a new feature right now that we're calling Let's NHL Trade Talk. And basically what this is, and one of the reasons we invented the site in the first place, was to talk and debate potential NHL trades. And one of the things we want to do is propose a trade, see if there's reasons to suggest it's realistic based on contracts, the players, the team, the standings, the rental situation or non-rentals, whatever the case might be. And we're going to name a player, then we're going to ask you to talk about it, defend it, say yes, say no. We'll go through all the fun stuff of it, and it's just supposed to be a fun activity that everybody can get and enjoy. Not to take too seriously, but just see if there's a possibility that it could exist. So we're going to start that right now, and we're going to start with a player that was mentioned on TSN's 1260 by Jason Gregory and Jason Strudwick on Wednesday afternoon. His name is Joe Thornton, and he is a San Jose Shark, a veteran of the NHL for years and years and years and years. And he's in an unfortunate situation where Joe Thornton is now on a team who looks like they are not going to make the playoffs. This is an unfamiliar situation for San Jose. They've not been in a situation where they've not been a contender for years. Never won a Stanley Cup, but always in the conversation. Well, not so much this year. They're not doing so well, and they lost a game on January 5th that is almost indicative of their season. Basically, they gave it away in the final minutes. It kind of represents what that's looking like for them. So the question was raised today, would you move Joe Thornton if you're San Jose? Now, there's going to be a lot of people who argue, no, of course not. Joe Thornton is a San Jose Shark. He started with the Boston Bruins. He came over in 2005, but he's been a Shark ever since, and he's probably going to retire a Shark. He's signing one-year contracts. This year he's making $2 million. He's probably never going to want to leave. That said, he's not won a cup, and he might consider moving on if he could get to a team that has a really legitimate shot at being a contender this year. Now, he's got a no-move clause, so we have to recognize that first. He does not have to go anywhere if he does not want to go anywhere. But what if he could play for a contender? What if San Jose came to him and said, hey, we'll give you an opportunity to win this thing. We'll move you. If you want to come back next year and play one more year, you always can, because we can look at that. But we want to give you a shot to do this. Or maybe Joe Thornton goes to them and says, hey, is there any possibility that this could happen? San Jose might get something for him if he picks a couple teams that he's willing to go to. Maybe they'll get a return and some sort of a draft pick. He's a really good third center, second power play option for a team. And there's going to be a lot of teams that could use a guy like him. His leadership, he's still a big guy, hard to move around, feisty if he needs to be. He's not the fastest guy in the world, but he's got a ton of skills. He's an assist machine. And he has like 400 goals in his NHL career, even though he's not much of a finisher. So there's a lot of potential there. First team that comes up for me is somebody like the Colorado Avalanche. They could really use a guy like him, and they're looking. From what we understand, Joe Sakic is out there looking for somebody to add to the team. Would that be an option? They could use the experience. I mean, they've been in a playoff round before, and they've won one, so they've been there, but they're still a relatively young team. A guy like Joe Thornton could really help. So my question today is, would you move Joe Thornton if you were San Jose? If you're Joe Thornton, would you even accept a move? And what team might be interested? What GM might want to do that? And what would the return be? I don't know that you have to give up a whole lot to get him. He's not going to fetch you a ton. He's not going to cost you much. And he's probably not going to stick with you. He's going to be a rental at this point. So here's the question of the day in the Let's NHL Trade Talk first series feature. Joe Thornton, would you move him? What would you move him for? And what would happen if San Jose did move him? Would that be like a huge whatever? Let me know. Put it in the comment section below. Share this. Tweet it. Facebook it. Let me know what you think about Joe Thornton, and let's have the fun debate. And don't forget, check us out on NHLTradeTalk.com, Big Bang Jim on Twitter, and of course, NHL Trade Talk on Facebook. We'll talk to you later.